demonetized.
Yeah, monetized.
Whoa,
Yeah, like this shit is monetized in the first place.
Oh, I know. It's just, I don't know why. I just love saying and demonetized. Just done.
But yes, at your leisure, Captain Grennan, feel free to grace us with a log once you have it started.
Gonna rejoin as a player, but sure. And here we go. Captain's log. Stardate 4189.2. We are currently docked with Starbase 27, having been recalled by a Priority 1 call following the events on Bareth. Recent security reports and intelligence briefings have showed a strange pattern of vessels vanishing at the edges of Federation space. Between that and the recent betrayal of Lieutenant Duran, we could use some good news for a change. That news might be coming sooner than we think, however. Dr. Efrix has been appointed director of Cowkit Research given her levels of insight into the Cowkit and the Kismet's recent interactions. I am left conflicted, however, given what I've learned about her actions during Iran's incarceration. At Penn's suggestion, I am not taking any further action until Iran has been captured. Only time will tell. End log.
Gulp.
Gulp.
Yikes. This is the wrong character. Sounds like a meanie.
Literally the worst.
Yeah.
Like, no regard for the like lack of persecution of people who aren't.
Whatever do you mean?
So to give you a quick feel of where everyone is, the Kismet's down here with Starbase 20, the whole U-lot, and Rand's all the way up here, well into Klingon space, just to give you an idea of how far in he is. But we'll get
Good
to
Nice.
moment.
Good luck, Iran.
Thanks. Oh, it was sarcasm. Sorry.
Dun.
Before you guys arrived at Starbase, was there any bookkeeping or any long-term projects anyone wanted to work on during the 12 days it took you to get from Boreth to Starbase 27?
Ooh, myth.
Yes.
You might want to work on some of your holographic project.
That's what I'm gonna do.
with mouthful.
With mouthful, yeah.
Well, why is the android eating? Why?
It's not eating,
I mean,
it's just
It's
salivating
for
at
the
the opportunity.
experience.
I was gonna say, androids can eat.
They can't apparently taste very much, but they can eat.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start working on the AI side of a holographic deployment security,
Okay.
Hmm.
so that we can have essentially an emergency security hologram as well as an emergency medical hologram.
All right. So we will say that is
I cannot see that backfiring at all.
Oh, never. That's why I'm deferred. Because when you have an AI working on AI, I think it goes a little better.
Yeah, I think this would be a good opportunity to use the whole. Yeah, this would be a good time to start using the R&D rules,
Well,
because
R&D
I'm kind of fond of them in my own little way, and the Hadfield, I'll let you guys know, the Hadfield's been using them to great success.
nice.
Cross promotion.
I
everybody.
would, but unfortunately, Ed,
Are you talking
I'm
about the Zen and the Art of the War?
relatively
Corporations, or are you
sick
talking about
tonight,
the-
so
Okay,
no pen.
That's what I was using.
Yep, that whole thing.
Oh, if you only knew what was happening off land. Oh dear. So you're just doing the iBits, so I'm not gonna make the work track that big. AI is a thing that already, so it's not that hard. So say that. You're doing an AI thing, so it's a science issue.
Is it more of like a subroutine?
Science. I want to say reason or control, so that's what I'm going to say. Reason or control. You're going to choose reason, just for the sake of consistency on my end.
Yeah.
To establish precedence.
Exactly.
Although the
Sometimes-
way you're supposed to do this, recall correctly,
Feel free
is-
to tell me how to GM. It's fine.
yes, it's just because I'm the one who's used these rules before. Do stuff. You're supposed to pick 3 focuses and select which one you want to pursue. Gonna be a right way, a wrong. There's gonna be a right way, an outside the box way, and a wrong way. The GM doesn't tell you which of the 3 is which, and the difference is the right way is the right way is the right way. The out of the box way will.
I will stop
but-
you there. I will
Yeah.
stop you there. This because it's quicker.
Got it.
I'm not doing a scientific. Unless it be bonkers, strange, like
Yes.
I'm gonna warp into a sun and use that as a method, not around it, but into it. And I'm gonna
Mhm.
use that as a way to create a warp, a wormhole. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm gonna start you on scientific method first before you get to the extended task. You need to
Mhm.
unlock the extended task first.
Right. Yeah.
I'm pursuing research that exists.
Yeah. Okay. The Oh, so
Alright.
what? Each roll
So-
will a day.
So Tonic's focus will apply here.
I would say,
It's specifically programming for a
yeah.
hologram.
Okay, so because holographic
Mhm.
AI or that. Focus.
Finish that out for AI at some point, but right now I think Photonics. All right, so that's 3 successes.
Does the ship help?
I'm gonna say it will. Computer something.
Science.
I don't know why I was thinking too hard on that one.
All right,
Nice.
5 successes.
And roll for me 7
Wow.
challenges.
Drop.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5. Can spend 2 of that momentum and just be done with it in a day.
That's temp.
I mean, I don't complain if you it because it's your roll. You rolled the momentum.
Quick question: is there a way to get like a vision that on work?
That's talent
Okay.
evasive for program.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just spend the extra work on.
That happened Monday, actually.
So there you go, and do. And
All right.
let me just look at myth again.
Oh, hang on, guys. My boss is calling again.
Mhm.
Cool. One day. All right. Well, then I guess I'll start working on the actual systems. I guess. It only takes one day for me to do the AI.
And part of that is because a lot of holographic AI at this stage, if we were in a different era, like TNG
Yeah.
era or further back, this would be way. I probably would have fired off a scientific method at you, but the EMH program has gotten to its Mark II stage by this point,
Mhm.
and they're even talking, which I think you guys use a Mark III here.
We use a Mark II,
Mark
I think.
II.
Oh yeah, right. You still have the Mark right blood for humanism, as it were. But yes, so the next portion, we're gonna say it's this. So you're just creating the actual holographic body.
Mm-hmm.
Anything special you're trying to have for it? Are you
It
trying to
has
make it
a-
particularly resilient, or are you just trying to get a hologram that will be disrupted by? Because most holograms, when you hit them with phaser fire, they tend to disrupt if you hit them with enough energy.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hologram that is morphable, so it can alter its own magnetic constrainment fields and like shape and size as necessary in order to generally avoid rather than getting hit. So I'm not giving it resistance; I'm giving it evasion essentially.
Okay. Anything else special you're trying to do with it?
That's all I'm doing for now. Essentially, laying the groundwork for the holographic software there.
Whoops. This is going to be
And
Sorry, guys.
come to think of it, this will be something that once it's done, if the code is made open source, the Monarch could get it as well.
Well, I mean, potentially.
yeah. Except that has a fatal flaw programmed in.
Yeah,
So that
if we're
myth can
feeling
take over the
generous.
All right. Yeah, I'll spend for an extra die.
Go for it.
That's 4 plus the ship. Reason.
No, 5 because reason. Oh no.
I didn't count it in.
Also,
You're-
that's security.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. Oh,
My security engineering have the same score.
Oh, okay. So yeah, 3 momentum gain.
Computers engineering, you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
wait. How much momentum did I? Oh, 3.
3.
Okay.
Oof.
Ooh.
Well,
We're spending
we'll,
2.
We'll
first.
cancel that.
Spend 2 of that. Just.
Yep.
Nope and
Myth
nope.
created the Borg.
No.
No.
I feel like things could go very wrong with this if there's complications.
No, I wouldn't see how that would come up.
So, you roll 5 challenge dice.
Yeah.
That's okay, and we can spend that 1 momentum to get a breakthrough.
Yeah.
One of the first things you discover in your breakthrough, and I'm going to jump to Efrix here in a moment, but I will say in the breakthrough, the easy part you find is the AI, mainly because you're already a sapient AI, so you're kind of just have to modify that, plus the Zimmerman AIs that have existed, the Moriarty project, and so on. There's a lot of data on that. Now you're trying to get the holograms to do things that they've never really done before. They've never been used in a security capacity. It's been experimented with by Starfleet Security and the Corps of Engineers, but they've never really implemented it.
Mm-hmm.
So far, the first breakthrough you realize why that's an issue is that first thing where you're telling the AI to sit still and let it be shot, which you can tell a hologram to do that. And you're programming it in such a way that'll use the ship's hologram system to to create a hole, let the shot come at it. So it's kind of target. The hard part you're finding is it targeting where the shot's coming from, doing a quick trajectory math, and then seeing it's going to hit me here. I'm going to create a hole there so it doesn't disrupt the overall field. So you can see why certain people would have an issue, because that bit you figured it out. But if you were in an android with a starship, one of the most advanced starships in the fleet, helping you with this, yeah, this would be a lot harder to pull off.
Yeah.
Dr. Efrix. And that took a day, so that's 2 days spent so far.
Oh,
by myth.
What about the Klingon ambassador? What happened to her? Is she still on board?
She was
Yes.
left with the Klingon ship, as I recall, wasn't she?
Nope.
No.
Oh, you hung on
No,
to. Oh, right. You
she
said
was
you were going
left
to
in
take
the
her
sick
back.
bay.
They fired on her while she was on this ship. We were like, ah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we want to make sure that she is kept safe.
Also, she had just had major heart surgery, and I didn't really want to let her go.
Yeah, she needs a little observation.
So I think at some point during all this, the captain might go down and talk to her.
Okay.
Because talking with diplomats is kind of Grennan's thing.
I'll pick up on that after Dr. Efrix's research.
Oh yes, absolutely. While everyone is talking about what they want to be doing, I thought I'd throw my hat into the ring.
Lets me know what downtime we can work on.
We haven't had downtime in ages.
Yeah, this is true.
It's true. But yes, Efrix, what into the Calcic crystals are you looking into?
So we figured out how to do the resonance fields on a kind of massive scale, like a ship-wide scale. I'd like to try and minimize it down to something that could possibly be portable that officers could take with them into the field, especially for medical uses. If somebody comes upon a situation like we did when we first encountered them and they were growing out of people, that sort of thing. So it would probably be in conjunction with some of our engineers, but I'm not allowed to leave medbay.
Yes, restricted duty.
Oof.
I mean, to be fair, I'm being quite generous.
Yeah, no, you totally are. But you haven't told anybody else that I'm in trouble, so I still gotta do my job.
Well, the captain knows you're in trouble.
No, I know, but you haven't told Starfleet Medical that I'm in trouble, so I still have to do my job.
Right.
But I guess I could ask, we could remote in between me and engineering, or engineer could come up to the med bay.
Yeah, Vada could help out.
Oops. It's not between. It's just 12.
Yeah, you could just have Vada. You could have Vada come up, and Aran could roll for her.
That's true. And Gerbil is not going to be the one you want for this.
Yeah. I was like, we have another engineer now, but not right for this.
No. She's real good at fixing stuff, not so good at
What,
sciencing
Vada?
part.
No, Gerbil.
I mean,
Gerbil.
technically, Wittergast is following the engineering path, and he's got high control and about 3 engineering.
The freaking gerbil.
I mean, I guess it's up to Iran. You're gonna be playing a support character.
Yeah, I can roll for Vata if need be.
Actually, how many engineer characters do we have? Only 2?
A few.
2
Okay.
plus 1 con who specializes in engineering, I think.
I might create us a new engineer character, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I have a neat I have a couple species that I want to play around with.
For a threat, you could have a whole engineering team helping you with this.
No.
Hey, it's only one threat.
But we have some time too. Like, it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
an immediate thing.
Yeah, I was just making it an offer.
Oh,
so.
did we figure out where my medical team went? That I want to know. That I want to know first.
Yes. What happened?
Are they alive? Did Iran shove them in a closet? Like, what happened?
I have done no such thing.
Reports by them suggest that they all didn't quite recall what was happening. They just had this feeling that they needed to check on supplies in the storage room for hazmat medical material, and then they were lost.
That's weird.
So does that include the 4 security personnel that were in there as well?
Wait.
They are missing.
Oh, geez.
They were not rediscovered.
That is not ominous at all.
Because they cling on after brain surgery, and Iran, who got his ass handed to him, managed to take out 4 security guards.
Well, we don't know where
Yikes.
we don't know where they took them.
That is.
Maybe they took them to prom. I don't know.
Yes,
Obviously to prom.
yes, they took
Definitely.
the Klingons to prom.
Oh no, they took out the Klingons. The Klingons are gone.
Just great,
But
great.
there was the
I was talking
Klingon-
about the security team.
All right.
Oh, you
Okay.
guys.
So yeah, Vada, I guess.
Hang on. Just give me a couple minutes. I've almost got this character made.
And when you're done that character, I'll roll. It's fine.
Yeah, I kind of want to build this character because I'm specifically building this character to do R&D projects like this.
That's probably a good thing to have.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
a weird thing we don't already have.
Yeah, because I've noticed that we have Vada, who's for like.
The ship is blowing up.
Yeah, ship is blowing up. Vesh for like after the ship is blown. I want to make a. I want to make one for.
When the ship is in no danger of blowing up.
Yeah, I want to make one for when the ship is in no danger of blowing up.
That's no fun.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Operations book. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly operations supplemental rulebook.
Well, while you're working on that, because that will take a little bit of time,
Yeah.
we'll quickly check on Pend.
Yeah.
Hello.
So you're looking to introduce a two-step security program.
Yeah, so if someone, like say in the medical department, suddenly goes into a random part of the ship where they're not supposed to go, security will be informed and it dealt with, and a confirmation. Because we've got people wandering around the ship and going places they shouldn't.
Oof.
Is this a specific? Is this an in general standing order that you want to have in place? Like, if someone has been logged in the system as you're in med bay, you're not supposed to leave there. Computer, remember to alert people, or even security personnel have as a standing protocol that they're supposed to check.
Yeah, so it's not like you have this amount of time to be here, this amount of time to be here. It's more a case of if you're an engineer, you go to engineering places. If you're a doctor, you go to doctoring places. That type of stuff, not just any random place on the ship which they wouldn't usually go.
So like having scanners at like certain portions of the ship that are high security.
Yeah, so it's just lessening the risk of someone going somewhere they shouldn't and doing something they shouldn't.
Actually, nah, I'll hang on to that threat. I'll instead just raise the.
I mean,
I'll raise the complication.
I would describe it better, but this is the best you're going to get tonight.
So it's going to be Control Command difficulty 3 to kind of arrange for this, like, because you're not hand doing it all yourself, because you're trying to get what protocol is, because you're kind of establishing a new system that isn't a part of day-to-day procedure, and you're making it day-to-day procedure. Complication range 2 is a threat span, but it's also the fact that the crew somewhat sees it as a bit higher security for a ship, because normally that's a procedure that might happen in red alert. But to have it as a standard at yellow and green makes some people, some of the crew uncomfortable. Some of the crew love it. Like the Andorians of the crew love this idea. I think they wish it was on more ships. Whereas someone like Ryzen's would feel a little uncomfortable with the idea of increased security.
Oh yeah, and I'd say it would be explained to him that it's not to specifically stop people from going around the ship. It's just to stop people from going to areas they clearly shouldn't go to, like a doctor going to the armory.
Yeah, and that's why it's only difficulty 3. It's unusual, but it's not like completely out of nowhere. It's like, no, it's just a matter of getting you guys to do it
Well,
and knowing what exactly I want you to do.
Well, I'm going to give you a threat for the reroll.
Threat.
And could I get away with intelligence operative? Like something that would be done specifically on a operative ship? Like, do not go to this place where you're not supposed to be.
Yeah, you are kind of implementing a intelligence protocol rather than a security protocol. I'll give you that.
Fingers
Oh, we even raised complication. That fits in my head.
Now I just need some focuses.
So you gain 1 momentum from that,
Do we need the
and
ship
you're
to
able
roll?
to. Ship would roll something command. I'm gonna say communication command.
Comp 2 or Comp 1?
Comp 2 because it follows you. It's helping you with this problem. There you go. Got another complication. Momentum.
Okay. I just gotta grab some. Okay, I'll give it. Almost got it. Almost got it.
I'll do a quick check-in with Captain Vex then. If there's anything you're doing during the 12-day tour back to Starbase. As security protocols are being implemented and research projects burble away across the ship.
Vex is probably doing paperwork. The day in life of a Starfleet intelligence operative.
Okay.
The boring
Lovely.
kind.
You actually can roll Insight Security difficulty 2. See if there's anything in the reports you hear about that may be pertinent to today's episode.
Law for a focus?
I'll give it to you, actually. There's something in the law that's going to become relevant for you.
Oh
Take
no.
Take a threat.
Sure.
Oh dear.
Oh, I almost gave it to someone else. Whoops. Jeez. Four ship.
Oh, the ship's being me.
There you go.
Okay. Can someone make me a character sheet so that I can?
It's already there.
Great.
Under research something
Oh.
or other.
Research engineer.
1, 2, and 3 momentum gained. So you're sitting at 5 on my count.
Nice.
And I'm gonna send you a message there, Vex. And after that, I'll hopefully be able to look.
Uh, engineer 4. That's who dropped.
Panda, I think.
Yep, it was me.
Oof.
Yeah, everyone was cutting out, so I just quick in and out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 9. That's a 9. 997.
Love those sevens.
Oof. I might exchange something there because that's. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't properly moved around any of these.
Yeah.
That should be there. Much better. Oh.
Oh,
So much.
GM?
Yes.
Well, obviously, if Vida was here, I would have ordered him to do a full investigation of what actually happened in sickbay and to find the security. But, not here.
Yeah. He's in the middle of doing that as an extended task that won't finish in time. Question mark.
Ha 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 ha. The presence is 8, and the reason is 9.
That's
Okay. Yeah, that should not have been Yeah.
Oh, Grazerite. Cool.
Yeah. I like their design a lot.
Very interesting.
And that should do it. That should wait, no, I haven't put in that. That's 1, 2, 3. And that should also be a 2. Okay. She is ready to go. It's a female Grazerite. Valish Anna.
All right.
Cool.
And what does Valish Anna roll?
Well, I assume the doctor is going to be rolling. What's it? Control
I'm not
engineering.
leading. Yeah, I'm not leading.
Oh, you're not gonna lead? Okay, then we bring her
Uh,
in.
My engine. Well, I mean, I guess I could spend, but my control and it, even my control's not great.
Hmm.
And even if I use doctors, I'm a doctor, not an engineer. I'm only at a 14 for that.
Okay. So in that case, we'll have Anna lead. That just means that every time we work on this, will we be doing this all within this session then?
There'll be each role is taking up a day, and I intend
Okay.
to cut over to
Other stuff. Got it. Okay.
I'll also note, because of the doctor's directorship, if she is either the lead or assisting with a role, she gets one. If she's the lead, she reduces difficulty by 1. If she's assisting, she allows for a re-roll for whoever she's assisting, because she has all the data about Calcat crystals, including stuff that's normally top secret, but she's cleared to know it.
Oh. Then maybe the doctor should lead this one to get the difficulty reduction. Unless you want to just do this. Okay. Unless you want to just give the reroll. I leave it up to you.
It's your research project, Doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to lead this one, or? Because if you do lead, it will only be difficulty 2. Oh, but then again, it's an extended task.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can only burn that once to get my medicine score. The rest of the
Yeah.
time, my score is 10.
Okay, so I think we'll have
Yeah.
Anna.
I think I'd rather assist and give them help with
Reroll.
the
Okay.
information that I can.
All right, so the roll is.
Would modeling and design work for a focus?
Yeah.
Because specifically, we're trying to design a device.
Yeah, you're making a much something that's as big as a desk down to something you can wear on your wrist.
Or implement into a phaser or something. Or oh no, we're trying to make a device that is like a handheld device, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So control engineering. Do we really have 5 momentum?
We do.
Yeah.
Okay, I will spend a momentum to get a 3rd die.
Wasting that momentum already.
I'm gonna reroll 1. Much better. And
What do I roll to help?
control engineering.
You can also do presence engineering if that's better, since you're assisting.
Nope, that's the same roll. Doesn't matter.
Efrix has a lot of similar scores.
Yes.
Well-rounded
Yes.
is the word.
Well,
Exactly.
no, that's not the case. It's either her scores are all really good or they are all the worst.
No, knights aren't terrible.
Actually, above
Nice.
average for most people. Most people are like around a 7.
Yeah.
It's still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On an assist roll, can I use a focus? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
If you have an applicable one.
Non-carbon based life forms, specifically Calcat crystals.
I'll have to force you to use presence to get that focus. I know
Okay.
it's a lower score, but
It's not. It's the same.
Lol.
Well, 7s are for like normal, not Starfleet people.
Yeah.
You're all trained in an academy and have years of space travel under you.
And see,
Oh,
my
no,
presence
you have
was.
7. I do.
I think my control was higher, but I kept having to use daring
Daring,
to.
Yeah.
Actually, I think both my control and my presence used to be 10s, and I
You
moved
shifted
them
things around.
So are you?
to get my daring
Uh,
up to a 9 because I kept having to. Yeah, so I'll use
Oh,
presence.
I was gonna say,
Presence engineering.
I was gonna say, Doc, would you mind rolling? Hey, and the
And
ship.
Computers engineering.
We're generating quite a bit of momentum here.
Someone's
yeah.
gonna need it desperately.
Oh yeah, I'll need it.
Oh,
When it comes
That-
to the ship, I can just roll perfectly. It's ridiculous.
so we generated 2 momentum out of that. Check,
Nice.
and we're at full.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
researcher, I'm gonna ask you for 6 challenge dice, I believe.
Oh, nice. Was there any resistance to that?
Nope,
Awesome. That's
because you're
a
working with
breakthrough.
known technology.
Yep, that is a breakthrough.
You discover the first thing that everyone learns when it comes to miniaturizing high tech. It's hard. It is very difficult to generate enough power that doesn't just burn or melt the thing you're trying to make. But hey, at least you figured out what power source the doctor needs. And the doctor can't go into specifics, and why exactly a certain resonance needs to happen. But you've kind of figured your way about it.
Mhm. Hey, maybe Iran should make these rolls because Iran is not around.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be doing stuff. So,
Yeah.
Iran, you see the character sheet that you're using?
I do.
I mean, to be fair, we don't know how long it's going to be around for.
How about you dial back that fucking sass? You sick
I have
fuck.
been sassing for over a year and a half. Fucking
It's
deal
not
with
been a
it.
year and a half yet.
But
So-
we're
Not been a
getting
year and a half
close.
yet.
So I'm gonna give another roll to Efrix because I did give 2 rolls to Myth.
Okay.
Well, Efrix's project, I should say.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna
Iran
so I'll say, don't use momentum on this one. Just
Oh yeah.
roll the bones. Roll the bones. Roll them bones straight.
because you do
Alright.
get a reroll. Yeah.
What are we rolling?
Control engineer. It's control
1, 2, 3, 4.
engineering task roll 2
All right.
with a
5.
with a proper focus.
Cool. And there is a focus modeling and design, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Good. Rolling.
You do get a reroll if you want.
I
I would.
think I'll use that reroll.
On the 1. No.
Okay, and the doctor. Anything else is momentum we're gonna have to spend.
And the ship's computer's NG.
Yep, so
Yep.
that's 2 floating.
And roll the challenge dice.
You're looking at 6 challenge dice. Should be already set theoretically.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Grennan could be messing with you. I just have to make sure.
Okay.
And spend that for reroll.
Yep. So now roll 3 challenge dice. Make sure to hit enter.
Yeah.
Float. I can spell. I
Hold on.
swear.
That, and we'll
Flout. 2, 3, 4.
and we'll spend that 1 remaining momentum to get 1 extra work done. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 work.
8 work. Nice.
In fact, that's 2 breakthroughs because we fill the work track.
Work track is 12. If you only gotten 8 so far.
Yeah, we got 5
Wait,
on the
wait,
previous one.
No, it's plus 8.
Oh, duh. Math. Yeah, you're right.
I know. I was having that day last week.
So, what is discovered at this point, and one thing we can very quickly do, actually, because you hit the, you brought the difficulty down. You brought it down to 1. Yeah, we'll come back to that. You got to break through, bring it down to 1. Work track's full. Difficulties down to 1 anyway. You're just trying to get magnitude.
Mhm.
So that should be fairly easy. That'll probably just cost you days. The next rolls we do with that will be just mainly complication checking to make sure
Mhm.
nothing bad happens, but it should,
Theoretically.
yeah. But we're gonna cut over to somebody.
It would probably be easier if I was able to go down to engineering, but it's fine.
Yeah, this is Valish is just bringing various pieces of equipment up and down.
Oh, Granny, you wanted to check on the ambassador?
Yes. See, in fact, that's a perfect segue.
Thank you.
So, I totally planned it that way. Totally. So Doctor, you're probably just about finishing the day's work on the prototype when the captain comes in.
And just for my own clarity's sake.
Captain?
Doctor,
Quite there yet.
how's our Klingon patient doing? Think she's good enough to receive visitors?
Has she woken up yet? It's like day 3 after.
She's awake, yeah.
How's her temperament?
Cranky, but Klingon.
I mean, that's fair.
I was gonna say, well, beyond
Her brother shot her in the chest, so that's.
did she confirm that?
No,
Well, has
not
she?
yet. I haven't talked to her about it.
Well, I may
We
as
haven't
well.
RP'd it anyway.
Well,
that wasn't in character.
Yeah. Okay.
She's awake, Captain.
Well,
Understandably disgruntled and upset, but no more so than is typical for Klingon behavior.
all right. Well, I think I should have a word with her, if you don't mind. Some privacy, Doctor. We might be discussing sensitive intelligence matters. Phrasing!
Either I can go in the office or you can go in the office. It's up to you, Captain. In fact, I'll go in. She shouldn't be walking yet.
Understood. So,
Try not to aggravate her as much as you can.
I'll...
She's got a heart condition.
Good luck.
Zap Brannigan voice. A heart condition, you say?
Gods.
No, Captain's gonna walk into whatever little alcove the ambassador might be in.
Yeah, she's sitting on one of the bio beds, resting, reading a pad.
How's the recuperation there, Ambassador?
She looks up at you. It's fine.
Sorry that the situation couldn't be better. I know you'd probably love nothing more than to be back in the Empire right now.
You could say that.
But, well, given the circumstances, last time you were there, your own people, from what I hear, it sounds like some of your own people turned on you.
You're not the only one with enemies in the Empire, Captain.
Right, and it looks like our enemies might have common interests. If not be completely one and the same.
She just looks at you.
I want to help you in any way I can. It's there's a lot that's going on behind the scenes, and I think I can help you, and I think you can help me as well. Enemy of my enemy, you know?
Are you willing to bring the Federation to war, Captain?
To war with who?
With my enemies? Your Commander Pand has already suggested certain efforts that you may be willing to take on my behalf.
Oh?
Oh, he hasn't told you.
What hasn't he told me?
Perhaps that is something you need to handle in your own house before you worry about mine.
Right. And your brother?
Is an ambitious idiot.
I see. So he did attack you.
Oh, yes. In a rather bold way, I must say. I would applaud him for all he's done, except he failed to kill me, so now
Well,
I'm going to kill him.
well,
With your help, hopefully, but I know
well.
you Federation types are a little squeamish about murder.
Well, the last time a Federation captain went into an honor duel with a Klingon, it ended with the Klingon's body on the floor. I wasn't there for it, mind you.
Of course not.
Hey.
I
By
will
the-
tell you that I do intend to get back home. If your ship is unable to do it, I will secure my own passage. I've heard that I may have less enemies back at your starbase than I started with.
Oh, might you be referring to a certain Klingon ambassador on the station? I'm forgetting his name.
Yes.
Oh, pleasant man. Nice, strong forehead.
Are you looking to join his house? She raises an eyebrow.
Keep it in your pants.
I don't foresee that happening anytime soon.
Oh. She looks disappointed.
Oh, you hurt her feelings.
Her
I
ship
ha-
has sailed. It's gone now.
Hmm.
I have, as you've said, my own house to worry about.
She nods at that, picks her pad back up, and starts reading it.
And the captain leaves. See, he didn't try to hook up with the Klingon.
Your
Congratulations.
loss.
Keyword.
Her loss.
Yet.
He is respectable.
Yet.
He only accidentally made an innuendo.
Nice, strong forehead. Thick, girthy ridges.
So,
Monetized on YouTube. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
we
Cool.
cut up to the shuttlecraft
Understood.
Byron with Lieutenant Junior Grade Aran. May not keep that rank, but that's a different problem for later in the episode.
I mean,
Oh man.
Mr. Aran,
I'm glad you took the Byron.
you had you've
Fitting.
So far avoided some of the Klingon patrols in the area, which is harder than it sounds, since a lot of military ships like to stay cloaked when they're in their patrols, and they like to uncloak when they see something suspicious.
Yeah.
And thankfully, you were command of Actually, I'll actually have you roll a presence con roll, difficulty 2, to kind of whenever you to see how well you were able to get people to leave you alone. Because Starfleet ships moving through Klingon space isn't illegal. You just have to make sure they don't have a reason to check what you're carrying.
Infiltration or lead by example?
Infiltration, I'll take.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a
Stealthy.
I'd like to upgrade my roll. With
In
one
what
die.
manner?
Well, what manner would you like?
I'd like threat, but you might want to use momentum.
I'm gonna use momentum.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's not technically working for the ship, so
How about you? Yes.
Jesus.
He's not
working
helping
for
the enemy yet.
No. Let's see here. Rolling. In that case. Yeah.
So you actually gain a momentum back for that as you're able to, on the way there, you were able to patrols away and gave them some excuse or another why the Byron was out here, why you're not near a starship. And actually, for a Type 9 shuttle, that's not that weird. Sometimes Starfleet just wants to travel. And as long as you're not carrying weapons or you're not powering up anything, you make sure to, kill to have your shields up but no weapons on. You know how the Klingons operate. You've heard the stories of how successful encounters the Klingons go.
Yeah.
But as you approach the Gamma Eridon system, you know that. Well, actually, we'll see how much you do know. We're going to ask you for insight, security, or con, difficulty 2, to see how familiar you are with Klingon security protocols.
Inside security. Does the ship help me?
It does with computers plus security. Or
It helps you a little bit.
It attempts to help you.
All right. So the role is inside security for what information?
To be familiar with Klingon procedure and security methods when securing a planet, because you've been open space, so all you're just following general space law. You're being generally nice and forthcoming. But now you're approaching a star system. Now the Klingons are going to get a little more. The security is going to tighten, especially since you intend to drop something off without telling them.
Yep. Infiltration again.
I will say yes with a complication.
coward.
Risk versus reward, Mr.
Yeah,
Oran.
Sure. I'll add that complication, but I also upgrade
hang
my
on.
roll.
By the by, for the last roll, would the shuttle have helped?
Yeah, I've been waiting on it. It was computers plus con
I'll roll
or
it.
security.
Thank you. Thank you.
You said what were the rolls you said?
Computers con.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Computers con.
Don't fuck this up. All right.
Hey.
All right. Inside security. Upgrading the roll of 1 die. Complication range 2. Focus infiltration.
Yep.
Rolling.
Oof.
Oof.
I'd like to spend momentum to get rid of that complication.
Sure. So that's 2 down. You should be sitting at 3 now. You do know that as you approach the Gamma Eridon system, there is the general, and most spacefaring races have this, the sort of message to spacers sort of message. Hey, this is the system you're at. Here's the places you're allowed to go. I mean, the Klingon version is a lot more militant. Don't do this or we'll shoot you. Trespassers will be killed and the family will be killed. That sort of language. But it's the same thing. I mean, Federation worlds have a similar thing where it's like, hey, you're in this planet. Please don't speed. That sort of thing.
We will kill you. Please don't speed.
So Gamma Eridon is, you get that message. Like, you get it before you even, like, you're getting it as you're warping to it. You do know, however, from that roll, that there's at least one ship that's patrolling around in the area watching for any suspicious activity, like beaming a piece of equipment down somewhere without getting approvals or declaring it. And that's the tricky bit. And they usually stay cloaked and they wait and they watch. And and you get a good feeling that they're probably watching you because you're not Klingon. I mean, obviously your ship isn't exactly screaming Klingon right now, and some people have seen your ship on the way in, and you don't have any way to cloak the shuttle. Listening posts would have seen you light years away. They knew you were coming before you got here. They don't know what you're doing yet, other than you want to be here for whatever reason. But if it was Konos, you'd have a bigger issue, because then they would stop you and go, wait, hold on, why are you here? Gamma Eridon's secure, but not quite that secure. So what is your plan before entering the system?
Well, the idea was bring you to the Gamma Eridon system, right?
Yes, and to beam it onto Gamma Eridon 4, I believe.
All right. Gamma Eridon 4. All right. Now, here's the pickle. How do I do this without it looking weird? I mean, I could change my shirt from yellow to blue, and pose as a scientist and take readings. But
Ooh,
why
that
would I do
would not be a good idea.
No.
You could land on the planet.
No. I'll just go into a high orbit and await my my coordinates, or if I don't have that already.
Give me Insight Con difficulty 3.
All right. Site con. Small craft.
Yes.
Cool. Using yeah. There we go.
Nice.
Sensors con. Forte. Shut up.
I always do that. I was doing it before it was cool. It's called being bad at typing.
Same.
Te is a very, very Klingon sounding word.
It's true.
I'll roll the sensors con. Sorry.
Yes, please.
Okay. Wow.
Nice.
Shuttle's actually
That's a total score of 7.
Shuttle
And you
is
rolled a 7.
I was gonna say Shuttle's been actually rolling not too shabby today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So you gained 2 momentum there. And a quick scan of the planet reveals that it's a Class H planet, a very hot, dry terrestrial planet, a little smaller than what Earth would be. And this isn't the inhabited world. This is, from what you recall off the top of your head, this is a training planet. It's not necessarily military law. There are like certain places that's absolutely you can't go here. This is where a base is. And everywhere else is, if you want to land here, go ahead, but be aware that there's live fire. So if you land here, and you don't tell us you're doing it, that's your own fault. And we're not, and if you die, well, that's your dishonor, They don't care. It's like, you can land, go ahead. We don't know why you'd want to do that, but,
That's fair.
And you do notice that that the planet does give you a quick scan, just more to check. They don't seem to do a deep scan. It's more of a navigational scan of where are you, what are you doing? Oh, there you are. Let's try not to hit that.
Yeah, that's mighty kind of them. Do I have the coordinates for where I'm supposed to beam down?
Yes. It seems to be in one of the training bases on the planet. It's not the main one, thankfully. They weren't that silly, but it's one of the restricted military base training areas.
I have a feeling that I'm being double crossed.
No.
Have I been
Oh,
working for
you-
the Klingons all along? Huh.
Wait a second. Am I working for the bad guys?
Are we the baddies?
That shouldn't be there.
All right.
Our helmets have skulls on them. Are we the bad guys?
So what do you want to do, Oran?
Well, I'm guessing that the thing will need further transportation, so I'm gonna beam down with it. A nice air-conditioned supply closet should be fine. Maybe I put it on a like a grab pad or whatever. Move it around.
Oh, like I know what you mean. One of those grab lifts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And actually, because you're kind of under a crunch, that actually costs you an opportunity, I think.
That's fine.
So one opportunity down to have this, because it is a reactor. It is kind of heavy.
Yeah.
You power it up, make sure it works. It's not so
Yeah.
much making sure you have it, because you would have needed it to get it in the shuttle in the first place. But it's like, oh, let's make sure I didn't break anything. Getting it in here, make sure it didn't run out of power on the way here,
Yeah.
because that's not a thing you want to discover on the surface.
Mm.
Now, before you beam down, I assume you're going to want to scan and where you want to go. And two, I imagine you want to try to hide that fact that you're scanning a military installation for beaming coordinates.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I mean, you could just beam down and hope for the best.
I'm not that stupid. I mean, I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
We're gonna call this a reason science roll difficulty 2, complication of 2, because they are kind of looking for stuff.
All right.
The shuttle does help. Well, helps. It'll try to help with sensors science.
Okay. Sensor science, you say?
Yeah.
Infiltration as a focus.
I'll say yes, because you're looking for a hard spot to kind of a weird place to beam into.
Diff 2. Yeah. I'd
Oh.
like to be able to re-roll if I may.
Do you have a talent that lets you?
I'm not sure.
Let me see. I don't think you have a way around.
I mean, you have determination to let you reroll something.
Nice.
Or you could just take 2 successes on a determination.
One thing you can do, you can with 2 momentum, try to perform. Oh wait, procedural compliance help with this kind of roll. I might have promised you the wrong thing there. I'll find out.
It's not in my notes. I'm sorry.
Procedural. I think it's engineering and something.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure.
Might engineering con or something.
Oh, I'm doing this the backwards way. There we go. Do. There it is. Blah, 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 blah. On your next engineering task. So the procedural compliance that you could do when you beam before you beam down, but it won't help you with the scanning part.
That's fair. Then I'd like to spend a momentum for another die.
Okay.
And I'm rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think
And the ship cannot make a 5 roll.
You want to burn 2 momentum to kill that complication?
I mean, how much do we have?
3.
I mean, I'd rather not get blown out of the sky. Burn the momentum.
Yep.
I'll regain it for for the with the transport.
So you find what amounts to a storage room, and you make sure you're scanning around and making sure you kind of turn down the intensity so you're not just blasting the base with so you're doing very pointed scans.
Yeah.
And you find there's a couple of closets that would fit you and would sneak you in great, not the sled because it's kind of big and has a big reactor on it. So you start looking for places that are a little more roomy. There's a couple armories. You probably don't want to beam in there because they probably have guards and they're not going to like you being there. But you do find what looks to be their what it's probably their kitchen, you assume, because there's a lot of biomatter in there, and it isn't Klingons. That
It's
might be their version of a kitchen or a food storage.
Yeah,
It's not
Targs will
cool
kill
or
me
anything.
as well.
The only other place that would be out of the way would be their waste disposal maintenance chamber, which does have some security, but it's not like the armory. It's like a guy who checks every so often, and you can easily time it so that way you beam in when he's not there, because he's not literally going to stand in waste for hours on end. You know.
I mean, actually, my best bet would be the galley because I wouldn't be tracking waste through the entire base. But I'd rather not get killed by Targs, so it's one of the two.
You're not into a pad. You are using yours. We're gonna say it's a little bit harder because reasons. And we're gonna say it's a military base.
Jeebus.
You are short on momentum. If you wanted to do procedural compliance, it would cost you 1 momentum and 1 threat, and that would bring the difficulty down by 1.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'll do that. I have values to spend, and that's fine.
And don't forget, you have
Transporters and replicators.
well, and I was going to say you have bold engineering.
I do.
So giving me a threat for an extra die?
Yes.
Oh, wait, procedural compliance gives you that. Hold on. Oh, no, it's an advantage, and you can re-roll a d20. So yes, it's 1 threat for an extra die. My bad.
Yeah. So what am I open? I have bold engineering. There's procedural compliance in play.
And
So
the shuttle assists with sensors engineering.
Right.
Yeah. So this will give me a test roll of 3
And
with
you've
a
got
re-roll.
Yep.
Cool. The comp range is 2.
Yes.
And I have relevant focuses.
And bookkeeping wise, this does cost 1 power, but once you beam down, we're changing scenes anyway, so it's just going to recharge. So
Cool. Rolling. Motherfuck.
You have a reroll.
Yeah.
Ooh, on the button.
Whew.
As Aran manages to beam down with his illicit goods. But before you beam down, are you going to bring anything else down with you? Note that if you take anything beyond your standard gear loadout, it's going to cost you threat because you don't have any momentum to buy stuff with.
I mean, I
like
never
a Type 2
do it.
phase or body armor, that sort of thing. Or any other gadgetry.
I'd like to, but I'm not. I'm just gonna bring my engineering kit, my Type 1, and standard loadout.
And I'm going to grab a marker to remind myself that you have the goods. Put it there. Whoa, way too big.
Whoa. Very
You got-
large goods.
You got them goods.
Hey,
Actually,
Klingon, you want to buy some Cowkit crystals?
Actually, there.
Hey.
Hey, kid, you wanna buy some sundials?
Yeah. I love that. Love that joke.
New scene. We're going to cut back to the Kismet.
Hey, Pen, do you ever get the feeling that, like, your ex-engineer is currently in the middle of some super illicit trading?
I mean, yes, I do get that feeling. I get the feeling he's about to do something stupid.
So,
I agree.
Ouch.
Myth, I think we still had you trying to make holographic kill machines.
Yes.
I can't see this going wrong.
That's the miniaturizing project. There it is. Tick tick. I should probably put this in Discord so I don't lose track of it again. Hello, Vex. We got back to the ship. I'll be bugging you for your action in a moment. You got some work done, Myth.
I did. I got.
Or
How much work did I get? I'm looking. I got 4 work done.
okay.
Out of 10.
So you have another roll ahead of you as you're designing. Wait, didn't you get a breakthrough?
I did. The breakthrough was, this is difficult.
Well, no, because you would have had to get at least 5 work, so you probably spent into it with.
Oh yeah, I spent into it. That's right. I spent 1, so
So
I
it's
have
5
5.
of 10.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you shouldn't have a breakthrough
I
at
was like,
4.
wait, yeah, that.
So actually, yeah, it does bring it down. So now it's just a matter. This is more a complication check, more than anything.
0. Recent engineering. We don't have any momentum. I don't need it. So that's 4 successes.
Okay, at least 4 momentum. The ship helps with computers NG.
All right, I'll roll that. Computers engineering. Oh, you already got it. Cool.
So that's 5 momentum gained.
5 momentum.
And roll for me 5 challenge dice. Just see if you're getting 1 breakthrough or 2.
And I will spend 2 momentum into bonus work there.
Okay.
Nice. All right.
And at this point, Myth, you would be alerted to the new standing orders and protocols by Commander Penn. Because you're senior staff and you would have been briefed on that once it was implemented.
Right.
Assuming Grenna doesn't veto it.
I am not vetoing it for now. However, I'm considering whether or not I'm gonna keep it.
All right. I guess I inform Penn about the specifics of my progress then, since Barter isn't here right now.
Penn, you get a report from Myth. It is very technical and full of jargon, but thankfully,
so full of jargon.
Myth has learned to put an abstract at the top to kind of give you a too long didn't read feel of what's
the
going
abstract's at the bottom.
on. Of course it is.
I mean, does it help if I smack my head against the table? Oh, now I understand it all.
Because the abstract is a summary at the bottom.
But yeah, fair enough. I'll take that into account with the security protocols, and I'll pass it on to the captain.
All right.
Any more project work Myth is going to work on?
So I programmed their bodies, but I don't think I've done work on any sort of security systems with them. So like interfacing them with the force field projectors on the ship, and also figuring out how to most effectively arm them, whether that be just like holographic weaponry or etc. or something else.
In essence, to get to that stage, there's another extended role, and what I'm thinking the cost is going to be, it's going to be like creating a security team, except it costs more. So it'll cost 2 escalation and 2 escalation, 2 opportunity, because you can, because they're so powerful, but you also are at the risk of having the machines rise up, as it were, with phasers in their hands. Unless you want to modify that, at which point that's a different project. But right now you can kind of combine the AI and the body and then program them with certain protocols. That's just a matter of time. But you do know what you're creating is a 2-2 cost, as it were.
Okay. I'll want to probably look into reducing that at some point, but right now I think I just want to be prototyping. You know?
If you want to make it better, that's when scientific it's going to come into it, because now you're talking about very complex holo programming that's going above and beyond Mark II holo technology.
Sounds right up my alley.
Are you going to try a scientific method this by yourself, or are you going to try to get some help?
Oh, I'll definitely try and get some help on this one.
Whose help are you going to try to get? I don't suggest Aran. He's kind of unavailable at the moment. He's in a different part of space.
Makes sense.
And Barter is swamped. He has no time for research. He's in the middle of a very intense investigation, and he's being yelled at by Starfleet, by Pend, and by the Klingons. So he's having a very terrible 12 days right now.
I'm sure. No, I was thinking actually Pend for interfacing with security systems better and making sure that all the proper protocols are being followed and the security lockouts are in place in case of anything going wrong, etc., etc.
Yeah, you could probably chirp him and hopefully bring him down. He's probably in a great mood.
Pend. Yeah, I'm sure.
Pend here. How can I help, Lieutenant?
If possible, I would like your assistance with my current research project. Commander, I'm looking for ways to streamline the process so that any possible dangers could be avoided.
Very well. I can give you a little bit of time. See what we can do.
Appreciate it, Commander.
Actually, yes. So I'm gonna cut back to you guys in a moment as you join up.
All right.
Efrix, what are you up to?
Still working on my research, I guess.
And where's your progress? There it is. Oh yeah, miniaturizing, right. That's the crazy thing you're doing right now. I remember. I remember now. I'm gonna put it here. I think you've gotten. Oh yeah, we're just complication checking. That's right.
Yeah.
We had this conversation. So it's this. Well, ignore one of those lines because it's not relevant. Doop. Oh, there's still a diff 1 in there actually, so you still need to get a success. But it's a control engineering role, assisted by ship's computers, NG, and I think you're still bringing along researcher from the casting pit.
Yeah. So if Aran wants to roll for our new engineer.
This guy.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Is it control engineering?
Valish. Yes, control engineering.
Cool.
Doop, doop, doop.
Is it still design and modeling and stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, it's the same problem.
Cool.
So you got at least one.
You do get a reroll if you want.
Sure.
Application. Aw. That is 2 momentum gained. Roll for me 6 challenge dice there for Valashana. So, with your direction, Doctor, the experimental device is something that can be created by the ship. Whether it's going to roll out to the rest of the fleet will depend on how the Starfleet Corps of Engineers and Starfleet Medicine feels about it. Because even the device you have hasn't been implemented fleet wide. They're still waiting to see if you're green lighting it for wider use or not.
Yeah.
Since so far you're the only one you're one of the few people who are 100% clear to know about this problem.
Yeah. The problem is the report that I need to write, I need Ron's input on because he was the other operations. I mean, I was able to do it on just the resonance field level, just the one that we were prototyping in Medbase. That works. But that was under experimentation in Starfleet Medical. Like that's.
Actually, I'll put that in Discord so I don't forget about it, because I will. I'll pin that so I don't forget about it even more. So you do have something that's in the system. To get rid of the experimental, you'll have to use it a few times and show that it works in the field before anyone else in the fleet is going to be wanting to touch it. Except for certain officers, like perhaps Blackwell might be crazy enough to go, I'll roll the dice on this. Like,
Listen, Blackwell's a good guy. I like him a lot.
He is good.
But we'll put it this way: if anyone else tries to use it, it's an escalation 1 because they don't have the person who built it telling them, "Oh, hold on."
Yeah.
Like you have to keep the power specifications between 0.7 and 0.75 gigahertz.
Anything else you do, Dr. Efrix, as Valashana reports to you that the device is indeed made or is makeable?
I guess I'd go ahead and put fabrication underway on it for at least a prototype. And then from there, I guess I'd go back through I don't know if this might ping Penn to make him mad. I am going to ask for permission from the XO to go back through and look at logs and specifications and stuff of when we did the massive resonance over the whole ship to see if I can lock down exactly what we did without the engineer that was there to help me, to see if I can figure out this report that I need to write, because yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
All right. I believe Penn, you can chirp him, or you can send a written report. Depends how you want to deal with him.
True. That's a good question. I'll send it written.
Coward.
Yep.
Will get penned as you walk into Myth's laboratory of horrors. You're handed a pad by one of the command assistants with a set of a request form from Dr. Efrix for the request stated.
I'll quickly go over it, and I will come down to Dr. Efrix.
You're getting tripped anyway, Efrix. Uh-oh.
Damn it. Okay.
Pen to Efrix.
Afric's here.
You have permission. I've signed the data pad, and it's on its way back.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Pen down.
That doesn't make me feel better.
I'm kind of doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I know. I know you are. I know what you're doing.
Oh, that process is also going to be a scientific method term because you're trying to get rid of the experimental side of that problem.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo, fun.
So whether you're doing that by yourself or asking for help, it seems on the books, Lieutenant Myth and Commander Pend are engaged in a different research project on the ship.
Yeah. I'll start by myself and see how far I get.
Okay. We'll cut to you in a bit.
Okay.
Captain Vex.
Yes.
So you've gotten some paperwork, you've learned some information. You've been somewhat updated, or at least you've heard in passing what the senior staff is up to aboard. There's still a few days left before you get to Starbase. Do you disseminate your information or look into it more, or try to just keep up on what's been going on, continuing your observations of intelligence? Or you could take over the ship. No one's going to stop you. Especially Pend.
I might have something to help with that.
I mean,
Hey.
Varder's gone, so
Now's your chance.
Should probably pass along a certain set of information to Penn.
What information do you want to pass on? Or are you going to pass it on to him in person?
I think in person will be appropriate.
So, Pend and Myth, you're kind of getting everything set up, and you're getting some of the. Probably at this point, you're in a holodeck, I imagine, at this stage.
Mm-hmm.
Just experimenting a bit, trying to get a. You're getting ready for the observation stage, which takes a bit of setting up to do, and then Captain Vex walks in.
There's this like monochrome silver humanoid figure standing there.
Oh dear.
Captain, is there anything we can help you with?
No, I'm just here to pass along some information I think you might find useful.
Sure. Does this need to be in private, or is this something that Lieutenant Myth can be here for?
It's probably best in private.
You see a like 4-wall thing just goes up around Myth at the console she's at, encapsulating her and the other hologram, or the hologram.
And that's how Myth died.
Exactly.
I swear sometimes this crew is just weird. Anyway, Captain, yes, you have something to pass on.
I got word from my intelligence sources that a certain shuttlecraft of yours has been located in the Gamma
Iridian. Yeah.
Iridian system.
Interesting. I know we were supposed to possibly head there with Bakara, but Looks like that's where he might be making his drop.
All I know, it is currently in orbit. As for its purpose, it's unknown. But we never had this conversation.
Understood.
Good day, Commander.
Could I just have a quick word that didn't happen?
Sure.
Just out of character. What was the ambassador that was blackmailing Iran? Because he told me 2 weeks ago and I can't remember.
That is Ambassador. Oh, I forgot. Hold on, I'll look it up. Sorry, I've had another Vulcan do weird stuff. Well, okay, more than one Vulcan do weird stuff this week, so
Nice.
I've kind of lost track.
I did nothing weird. It was a certain
I disagree with you.
scientist.
The hell's this guy's name?
For now, he can just
Oh,
be
there it is.
Ambassador
Takaf.
to CAF, okay. So, Mr. Iran was informing me it was an ambassador to CAF who was blackmailing him into doing this. I was looking to get some time to do some quote-unquote research into this ambassador, but I've not quite had the time. Is that something you could possibly help me with?
Potentially. GM question: the individual you messaged me earlier.
I misclicked. That ambassador?
Yeah.
The second one? Oh, you want to know their name?
Yeah.
So do I.
Okay.
That's just helpful.
That is very helpful. All right, no connection then. I just want to make sure.
The reason why is because this ambassador has put this crew and ship in danger. And if I'm being honest, while Grennan may be a man of written and spoken word, I'm more of the wrap a bat in barbed wire and beat someone to death with it. I'm looking to get something on him to possibly cease activities, if you catch my drift. No, I'm not the blade and the die. Like I said, I'm just a sledgehammer.
Yeah, he's the he carries around a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
Blat blat.
But
Yeah.
I can talk.
We all can. Truly an
Commander,
accomplishment.
I'm going to remind you something real quick. You are a Starfleet officer. We do not engage in blackmail or illicit activities.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree. I do not intend to blackmail the ambassador whatsoever. I would just like to make a point very clear to him that that he should cease activities with crew members on this ship. This is a task I will be doing myself. I was just wondering if you would care to assist.
Saying that, I will lend you a hand. I'm sure my files might have something on the ambassador.
Woof, 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 woof.
Like, I am very appreciative. And again, clearly, I have no idea what we have just talked about, Captain.
As do I.
Now, if you don't mind, I have to now help an android program holograms how to shoot things.
I'll leave it to you. Good day, Commander Penn.
Good day, Captain.
Captain Grennan, what are
Yes.
you up to on the journey back to safe space?
Let me think. I don't really know. This is like the first day the captain's. This is the first time the captain's really had any amount of time to himself. Oh well, he did get word about intelligence reports about starships going missing.
Yeah, you've heard about that. It's kind of an issue.
In the area, so that's something that we might want to consider checking up on. Hang on. I am in the wrong window, I think. Yes. Reason command, con difficulty 2. I'm gonna spend a momentum to do reason command. 3 dice. I don't think I have any focuses. Can someone roll the ship's computers command or computers con, whichever's
it.
better?
Or the worst of the two. You know.
Whew, okay. Wow. That was some bad rolls.
Myth. God dang it.
I know what I should have done, but I didn't.
The cone of silence.
Squirrel.
Okay. So, I made the check.
Well, did I bring you over? I did. Okay, good.
We're on.
Okay. Oh, yeah, this stuff. Oh, we're about to revisit. We're about to revisit this whole mess again.
Fun. Mysterious ships.
These are the disappearances that are in your.
What?
There are other ones. Elsewhere, but you're not the closest ship. That'd be like the Tereshkova or other ships that might be dealing with those investigations if they look into it.
Looking at the wrong part of the map? What am I supposed to be seeing?
Green
You
dots.
should be seeing green dots.
3 green dots.
Ah, okay. I only saw the one. Okay, now I. All right. Is the Tereshkova somewhere in this space?
They are
Further north, I
here
think.
Oh,
at Starbase 21.
so we are the closest ship
Yep.
area.
They have their own problems to deal with right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know why someone mentioned the Tereshkova.
I did just
They're-
because they're the other ship in the galactic south, and it's like you're the closer one. So if someone was to look into it, you'd probably be it. They
Mm.
probably wouldn't make the Tereshkova come all the way here past you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But at most, it seems that the investigation seems that Federation vessels have gone into those regions of space and have gone mysteriously missing. There is suspicion that a new alien species has been encountered that may be the cause of this, but no Starfleet vessel has investigated these disappearances as yet. And Starbase 27's garrison ship is primarily about keeping Starbase 27 secure, checking the outposts, checking with the nearby sectors. Says this is something they'll probably check on their own eventually, once they are done with the whole Klingon ambassador fiasco that they're dealing with right now.
Mm.
But this sector and this sector would be something they'd have to send you for, because you're not, because the garrison ship can't go that far away from Starbase and leave it undefended. I mean, as a Starbase, it can defend itself pretty well, but you don't like not having the ship around if you can help it.
Yep. In
There's
that
already
case,
a ship here that can do it. They should probably do it.
In that case, after we're done at Starbase 27, it might be a good idea. I think the captain's priority will be to handle FGC 82859 and the surrounding space. As if we have to make a turn to either Pacifica or Cestus, that'll be the most balanced of travel routes, I think.
Mhm.
Noting that again so I don't forget. There we go. Cut back to.
Yeah.
And actually, I think we're going to check in back with Iran.
Fun.
Is that a new scene?
It is a new scene. Lieutenant Iran.
Yes, sir.
See, everyone should be calling me that. Anyway, but yeah, you beamed into what amounts to, wow, that is some powerful smell of various live critters and spilled blood wine, and you can hear the crawling everywhere.
I'm a Starfleet officer. I'm a Starfleet officer. I'm a Starfleet officer. Do it for the command track.
For now.
Do it for the command track.
Oh, it's very good.
What would Captain Picard do?
Not this.
No.
Oh.
Well, actually. Well, either way. Ew. All right, no targs yet. Let's get you out of here. And he
You hear a
taps
loud
the-
thump on an adjoining wall, like something big tried to break out toward your direction.
There's the target. Let's go.
Which way do you go?
Well, I don't have the map in front of me, so
Yeah, you see a couple of doors. One leads into the room with the big loud thing, whatever that is.
fuck
Another one
that.
looks like a double door, and another one looks to be some sort of service door.
All right. Service doors are good, but I'm gonna check before I exit.
Oh, what are you checking for in particular? Changes the roll.
Well, I'm checking for obstacles such as armed guards or, turrets.
You're being too paranoid.
Pend. If you
Reason
look at
science or reason security, difficulty 1.
science or reason, okay. I have a reason science of pretty good, so I'll do that. Does this go on transporters and replicators or infiltration?
I'd give you infiltration at increased complication. This is more like sensor operation or security procedures, that sort of thing. Because infiltration training is telling you to leave the big heavy thing behind, but
Obviously. Well, I don't have a lot of things to go on, so I'll just roll what I have. Let's roll 2. What's the comp range?
1.
1. Cool. I see the thing that I should see, I hope.
Oops, nope. No, stop. Yeah, very funny machine. Do. This and this.
Oh, jeebus. That's a lot of rooms.
And I'm leaving out the stuff this way because it's not relevant to where you want to go.
No, of course.
Because there's more. There's like way more facility, but you're trying to get to a certain set of coordinates in the base.
Yeah.
And I'll mark that like this if I can find it. Nope. No. Actually, no. That'll work. We'll do it like this. Color
I'm
it.
doing spy shit.
Always ends well.
Nope. No, it doesn't.
Especially since you don't have any spy people with you at the moment.
Oh, I am most definitely more spy-like than most people.
Actually, let's make my life easier. No. Shoe fly. Doing something. There we go.
Ah.
And well, actually, that's inaccurate. More like this.
All right.
So what you've scanned so far, is you do see there's this service that lead. They're more like maintenance passageways and to attend to various parts of the station of the base. These are large. This is a larger that leads into. You're kind of in the storage area here. And there's more this way, but that's all that will take you in the direct opposite direction and toward like the barracks and stuff. So you don't want to go that way.
No.
Unless you want your character to die, at which point that's your choice.
Pass.
But this is the kitchen area. No one's in here right now. This is the eating area, and you detect 2 life signs there, presumably Klingon. This looks like to be another passageway. There's more of something else this way, but you can't quite see it on your tricorder.
Right.
And this looks to be a main mustering hall of some kind. And this is the coordinates, what seems to be in a central courtyard out in the open air, but you don't detect any life form. The symbol there is just to remind you that that's where your contact wants you to go.
Well then.
There's not a 20-story tall Vulcan there?
Shh, spoilers.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go down that maintenance corridor and hope that whatever is in the line of sight will move.
So if you want to go this way,
Yeah.
to make because if it was just you walking through, there'd be no check. You just walk. It's a hallway meant for a person to walk through with ease and not bump into everything. You're pushing this big cart with like a reactor on it, and you're trying to not bang it into something and draw everyone's attention.
Yeah. I'm an engineer. I can do this.
And just to make life interesting on this first roll, whoops. Go. We're gonna turn this into a difficulty 3 check.
Shivas. Fitness engineering. Well, some pretty good
Engineering's
rolls.
good, at least.
Yeah. Let's see here. Small craft. Or
At
infiltration.
increased complication, I'd give it to you.
No.
Yes.
And the infiltration.
Coward.
I would give the GM some threat though, so you can fold engineering.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm going to take that one and spend one more to increase complication 2.
Good times. Did the infiltration help?
Infiltration would help with this.
Good. Cool. How's our momentum situation going?
Got 3.
I mean, the Kismet has 3. I don't know about you.
How about you go somewhere?
But
I'd like to upgrade my my dice roll.
With a momentum as well?
Yes, please.
well, it'll take 2.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
you got 1 die from threat so far.
So you'll be at 4 then. 4 dice, and you get a reroll.
Oh, I don't need 4 dice. I'll need 3. That's fine.
Oh, so take the 2 momentum back then.
Yeah. I thought I was Cool. So I 3 dice with a reroll. Focus used. Comp range 2. Cool. Rolling.
Oops.
Yeah.
Nice.
Flying colors.
That did nothing for me. There we go.
And we get 2 momentum. Bam, 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 bam.
Stop that.
The reactor's
just
getting
spoke.
away from me. Come back.
Oh no. The reactor has disappeared.
Cloaked.
Whoa.
When did this reactor have transphasic technology?
There's a black hole here.
What?
Oh dear.
So you gain some momentum as you carry on forward. You notice that here, if I could point, 420. You see there seems to be a doorway that's closed up ahead,
Hmm.
and you kind of have this big thing in front of you.
Do I need to climb over it or pass it on the side?
Yeah, you could like put yourself here to mess with the door. It's just that you'll have the lift behind you when you if you try to once you open the door.
Yeah.
Pull it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Probably.
So you kind of, and you don't even have to climb over it. You just kind of shimmy along the wall and try not to hit anything. Not
Yeah.
hard because you have control of your body. Your fitness is pretty good. So
I'm skinny.
yeah, you're there.
Initiative.
You're looking at a door of Klingon make.
Mhm.
Lots of lights and weird Klingon language on the door panel.
This should be easy then. Do not open. Poisonous gas.
I'm skinny due to the diet of traitors.
So how do you wish to open the door?
As silently as possible.
Would you like to use your phaser? Try to force it with your hand somehow?
A
Use your
grenade.
tools? Grenade.
I don't have grenades, but otherwise I would use that.
Detonation charges. No one will hear me in here.
I'll pull out some grease from my engineer's kit and make sure that it doesn't say. So that's good. I'd like to just engineer the door open.
So is this door from the Monty Python school of...
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're daring engineering diff 2. Cool. They have an engineer's kit.
Yeah, that's why you're even able to do this. I would have increased the I would have had to make you find grease in the galley.
It wouldn't be hard.
No, not
yeah.
really.
Yeah, just lather it down with some what's the damn gah.
I mean, technically, you wouldn't even need grease. You could just use blood. It acts as a lubricant.
Yeah, that's fair.
Use the blood wine.
Yeah. Reverse engineering.
When you try to open the door, yes. Right now, that's not. No, actually, I'll give it to you. I have. It makes sense to me now that I think about it.
All right. Diff 2. I like to be able to reroll, if I may.
Yeah,
So
you
one
need
threat to me.
threat.
For an extra die.
For an extra die, or
Fucking type my own-
where are we now? If
Well,
Well, if you're
to get that
giving GM
extra die and reroll, you need to give him a threat.
so I'm at 3 die.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Giddy. Yeah.
And you can re-roll that 0.
Ooh. I don't mind if I do.
Complication.
Gain a momentum as you
Engineering.
take some of your tools and you very carefully grease the edges of the door. You haven't quite opened it yet, but at least even if you screw up, it won't make a lot of noise unless you actively like fry something. But you'll hear that before the rest of the building does, rather than the thing just screaming as the metal's pushing against each other. And you can try to open the door with 4.
Control engineering or control security diff opposed. Ugh.
Basically overcoming the security protocols. Control engineering is you just taking the thing apart because you have a toolkit. You can just make the door not be there anymore with enough time.
I mean, this is a military base.
Yeah. It's not like they'd have great scores in security or anything.
I mean, I'll take my chances with the control engineering. Reverse engineering.
This applies for sure, yep.
Yeah. And I'd like an extra die.
Thank you for the threat. Uh-oh.
Re-rolling that one. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it is opposed.
I know he did engineering.
Yeah.
With one float, all you can really do is obtain information from what you just did. Don't know if you have a question about the door or how it's built or anything like that.
I'd like to not trip the alarm.
Well, that's what you kind of just did. You kind of took apart the door.
Question: is this door a good door?
That is a valid question if you want to ask it.
Is it a good boy?
This door is actually not all that secure. It seems to be more meant to keep cadets. It'd be in Starfleet, it'd be the equivalent of keeping a locked door to keep cadets from wandering around. It's not really holding anything secure or strategically important to the base.
Like that ever stopped me?
Yeah, you can open the door and go into the next passageway.
Yes, please. I'm gonna check before stepping entirely out, but yeah.
When you look around, you see there is the passageway leading into that corridor. That door is closed right now, and you're facing another door about right there.
Yeah, I'll continue.
I'll need another control engineering difficulty 3. Or control security opposed. And just for giggles, the complication's up to 2. It seems it's a little rusted.
Oh,
If only you'd save that oil.
no. Task roll of 3, please. For 2 minutes. Yeah. Yes, please. We have a float as well. Or we did have a float.
Yeah, the foot would have gone away when you entered this way.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm willing to give you the 2 momentum because you've done it once before. It's a matter of like, okay, I just have to dig it out of my kit and use even more of my oil
Yeah.
or lubricant
GM add a threat.
and a threat. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool, cool.
Yeah, well, at least you get the reroll.
Do I have anything that applies here?
Maybe a value?
Oh, that'd be an expensive value to burn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very expensive.
As it stands, all that's happened is that you aren't able to this way. You can't take it apart without setting something up. You'd have to do it the security way or find a different door to go through.
Give me 2 seconds.
Sure.
Do you have the value of no door shall stop me?
Nope.
Nice try.
Conqueror of doorways?
Conqueror of doorways.
Egress engineering.
Opener of passageways?
Let's see here.
I say just go loud. Take your phaser out and just shoot your way through.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 Klingons, most likely. It's a bit hard for me to take down on my own.
They're rookie numbers.
Wide beam stun settings. Good for me. I'm just gonna fucking open this door. But I didn't manage to open the door, right?
Yep. The alternative is control security difficulty opposed to try to get past the security protocols and get the door to open it on its own. Or you could try to get through this door, but then you have to deal with this guy.
Deal with which guy?
This guy here.
That guy.
Because there's this door. There's this way you can go, but that's the door you haven't opened yet. The only other door is this way.
Yeah.
Or you could go back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Why would I?
I don't know. You want to sleep with some tards?
Maybe a snack?
Yeah, I'd like a snack.
Some gah.
Well, if this door won't open, fuck it. I'll try the security route.
Okay.
Transporters and replicators work for doors as well.
In this case, no.
Just a little bit of a stretch.
Infiltration for not being detected by the security system.
I'll give it to you.
See. I'll just add an extra die
With threat or momentum.
with bold engineering.
You're using security to fight them.
Fuck it. Then I'll add it with momentum.
I'll spend 1 threat to match you.
There we go.
Oh.
Well, shit.
Fuck.
Well,
Raced by the computer.
You want to try to re-roll that?
Yes, please. Suka bliet.
well, it was nice while it lasted.
Fucking hell.
I did say it wasn't going to last long.
On the plus side, the door opens.
Good.
Just set off every alarm in the building.
Shit.
Yeah, you can try bowling over Klingons with a grab sled like you did with our security.
But we're gonna change scenes
Oh, all right. So who's
as
not?
Klingons start rushing into the passageways.
Fucking hell.
Oh dear.
You almost got them too. I was like, he's gonna get the whole way there, and I'm not gonna be able to see him. Who the? Oh,
Yeah.
You were close. You were really close.
Lieutenant Myth, Commander Pend.
I didn't do it.
We are fine. Myth, you're court-martialed. Pend didn't do it, so.
God damn.
Hmm.
All right.
So we're in the scientific method territory of life, the universe, and everything.
Fun.
And we're already there. Shoot. All right.
I need
So,
to.
as I recall, you're attempting to. You're trying to make the security EMH Mark IIs into what amounts to Mark IIIs. So that way they're less. Are you aiming to try to bring down the escalation or bring down the opportunity? Do you want it to take up less ships resources, or do you want them? Do you want to have more safeguards in place so they don't go rogue on you or accidentally shoot a crew member by accident?
I think it's more safety.
Okay, so trying to bring down the
So,
escalation.
Bring down the escalation, yeah.
Now, the first step is going to be a reason. I'm going to say I'm going to say insight. Say insight. Now, the question is, do you think this is an engineering, science, medicine problem you're dealing with? And it's difficulty 1 on any of those rolls to figure that out. And you basically are determining whether or not this is 1, a valid way to do it, a valid discipline to use rather, and 2, what the primary stat is you're going to be using later.
All right.
At step 2 and step 3. Because once you've locked in, that's the path you're going down.
You said engineering, medicine, or science?
Yes.
I mean, could you make a play for something else?
I could.
You could. Usually the method follows those 3 disciplines, but other disciplines have been known to be used, like con, command, and security in very narrow applications.
The reason why I'm asking is because if you're trying to get them to be more security orientated with current protocols on the ship, wouldn't security obviously for security purposes, but con is for not just flying the ship but regulations. So if you program the proper regulations into the programming,
you could try to chase that down. If you do that, keep in mind that once you get to step 3, the only people who can assist are people who have at least 2 in the relevant discipline.
Fortunately, I have 2s in those things.
Oh, okay.
The reason why I'm asking is because I can also use collab con and give him a 5.
And what's Penn's science like for assists there? I'm assuming it's pretty low.
It's a 1.
All right.
So science and medicine are 1, and engineering is a 2.
Right. So I've got, if we're looking at security or con, I've got a 3 and a 2 in those. Now I can spend some stuff to make those better, but
What's your reason and insight?
My reason, insight, reason's an 11, insight's 10. But this is going to be an insight roll.
Well, if I do collab con, you can do a reasoned con roll.
No, I think it has to be insight, right? GM? Did you say
For collaboration? Oh yeah,
Before
the roll, the
base roll.
initial observation roll is an roll, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and
So-
what's your insight?
Insight's 10,
So yeah, a 15 total with a focus.
which would be the same as with my science. I have 5 science, so it'd be 5 science or 5 con. It's just, do we want to? Like, how long does that collaboration stick for? 1 roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it costs momentum to fire it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do
believe
science,
You
go
off the
for it.
top of my head?
No, it's 1 cost.
What's 1? Okay.
So yeah, if you want to do science, that's fine. But if that's the case, I'd probably need to try and for the assist go for security or something, because my
Would that
science
work?
is shit.
Would that work with us like collaborating on figuring out both sides of that, GM?
He'd be able to throw out hypotheses and stuff, but once you got to stage 3, it's you're going down the path of hard theoretical sciences. If that's the path you're going, at which point Penn kind of loses you because he can't understand what you're trying to get at. It's like, I would give you security advice, but you're in theoretical territory. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I've got engineering too, if that helps.
I think I'm going to stick with science. It makes the most sense. And we'll just see how it goes from there.
This is where you don't get the difficulty 1. Just
Yeah.
whiff. It's like, well, that's an option you can't do.
Mhm.
All right. So, insight science. What's the difficulty?
1. The observation
1.
stage is fairly easy. It's usually a 0. It's meant as a way to build up some momentum, literally and figuratively, to
And I guess
hit
I'll
the
just,
scientific method.
I'll just roll that straight then, not add many dice.
Yeah.
All right.
Gain a momentum.
And I was rolling what,
Ah.
insight and security for this stage?
For this stage, yes.
I don't think I have any focuses unless I can use intelligence operative.
Sure, you totally can.
Sweet.
Nice. All right, so we're full. We're at full momentum then.
Oh yeah, that would put you to 6. You're right.
Yeah.
So now you're at the hypothesis stage. But before we move on to your hypothesis stage, we'll check in with Efrix, who's also having her own scientific method problem.
Fun. This is stuff Gizmo hasn't gotten to do for a while.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hello. So, what was your what was your project you were aiming at again? I'm trying to recall.
I'm trying to figure out how we did
pop.
the giant version of the.
Oh right, you're looking over the data from.
Yeah. Yeah, because my person that knows exactly how it works is currently going to be killed by Klingons, so you know.
Well, here's where it gets fun. So the question becomes to you. Given the question you're trying to get answered, are you looking at it? Are you going to chase this down through engineering, science, or medicine? Difficulty 0, but kind of locking in what discipline you hope is the path you can go down. I will note out of fairness.
The thing is, I kind of already know how it works medicine-wise. That's not the issue. The issue is I don't know what Iran did, so it'd have to be engineering. Possibly science to combine the two. Right? Because I know what I did.
That's a fair assessment. Yeah, medicine-wise, you know the medicine theory behind it. It's the implementation of that theory to practice.
Yeah.
So which path are you going to try to chase down, engineering or science? Doctor.
It's going to be rough. I'm going to try to do it with engineering.
Okay.
Pray for me.
This is going to be reason engineering, difficulty 0.
Hey, my reason is good. So
because you're looking over existing data and reading over it.
Do you need any help there?
I did not ask for any.
Okay. Good for you.
I don't.
She doesn't require the help of traitors.
You know what happens when you don't ask for help? You get
trapped on a Klingon base.
I fry the computer and Ben gets real mad at me. That's what's gonna happen. I break something. I'm relatively safe on the Kismet, I think. I'm gonna guess that I don't have Any focuses that help me. Unless I can apply non-carbon based life forms, but I don't think so.
I'd give it to you.
Really?
Oh. Because you're interacting with a non-carbon based life.
Computers are silica based.
That's fair. Okay. Alrighty. I guess that's it. I don't want to burn my determination yet. So
I mean, we do have 6 momentum, so if you want to just spend quite a bit
buy
of it.
one. I guess I could.
I mean, but that would just be. This is a difficulty 0 check. Remember,
Yeah.
the only point of it
I have
is
a 12.
Oh no, it's just like the option if you want to get an extra dice.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, let's just go base and see what I find out. Hey.
So you look over the data and oh goodness gracious. So with your bare bones engineering class that you had to take in your first year at the academy, you're able to ferret out what Iran did. And you kind of have to ask the computer for help for a good chunk of it, but yeah, you have the rough idea that you could figure this out through an engineering avenue. You could theory this out and figure out exactly what he did. Almost reverse engineer what he did. If that was a focus you had.
It is not.
But before we check in with our two science teams, Grennan or Vex, is there anything you two are doing while some in-depth science projects are being performed?
Could the
I'll
doctor
let-
spend the 2 float?
I was gonna say.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you wish to create an advantage or possibly obtain information about what the notes you've looked over, Dr. Efrix?
So right now I'm just trying to determine whether or not I can figure things out, right?
Yeah, you're
From
at the
the-
observation stage. You're just figuring
Yeah.
out what the
Yeah.
problem truly is.
So I guess I'm not sure what to ask. Like,
I mean, you could just create an advantage for your next roll, if
Yeah.
need be.
I guess I just don't know. Like, because usually you have to know what you want the advantage to be, right?
Yeah, it could be the form of personnel, certain situations in effect, certain access to certain information that you normally wouldn't otherwise have.
Oh, we know I don't have that. Yeah, I guess I could request personnel help.
Yeah, you can call in an engineering team to help you
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah, let's do that.
And the basis of that will be from the observation, okay, I know who in the engineering I need to talk to instead of the whole department.
Yeah.
It's like, no, certain people, not everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do with it then.
Oh wow, really nice work, Efrix.
Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now I gotta figure out how to do your uniform. Neat.
Oh,
Captain Grennan or Vex, is there anything you wish to do before I continue on with the method?
I defer to Vex for the moment.
Really don't have anything right now.
Okay. In that case, I think Grennan's just gonna try to sort of lay low, keep a ear on the political / diplomatic situation. Because I mean, there was just a big kerfuffle with the Klingons where we fought one of their ships
I will
within
say
their territory.
the captain probably also gets the same report that she sent to Pend.
So what is it, Grennan, you're trying to do? Sorry.
Just sort of keep an eye on the whole diplomatic political situation, because as has been said, the captain has kind of been embroiled in Klingon politics as of late, and them being recalled from Klingon space to Federation space is kind of a... Oh, okay. Ship's computers con. Nice. Nice. Insight on... I'll spend a momentum, I think. Would diplomacy count for a focus?
I'll say so, yeah. Getting that momentum back, plus a float. Grennan, you learned that current diplomatic news is that there is a incident with the Klingon ambassador on Starbase 27. He's being expelled from the base and sent back to Klingon space. It's not being widely publicized what happened, but you know that it was on order of the vice admiral. Like he personally said, "I want this man off my station. He is not welcome here."
Could I use my momentum spend to determine not necessarily what it was, but if there was like an inciting incident?
It appears he was kicked off around the same time, just after you were recalled. So, like maybe no more than 12 hours or so, so half a cycle after you were warping back to Starbase 27.
Interesting. So he's already left then.
His stuff's being collected. There's a process when you're kicking out an ambassador to gather his things, make sure, and determining whether or not you're even going to leave an embassy there in the first place. So he has a while yet before he's truly off, but he's no longer he no longer serves a diplomatic role. So he's kind of left twiddling his thumbs until a ship comes to get him.
Great. That means I have to worry about a dagger in my back, to complement the dagger in my front.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. I love
We're
it.
gonna have matching stab wounds.
What is it with all you squishies? You can't take a knife.
Hey, the captain held his own pretty well last week.
Any other obtained information?
Unconscious and then had to be carried.
Vex is the reason you're not dead.
Shh.
She even got in trouble for that. Apparently, she was supposed to just leave you to die. So that's
Very
all there is to it.
strange people, Starfleet intelligence.
Oh dear.
But yes, are you going to burn any other any other momentum for questions?
Oh, well, that seems about all the information I'm going to get on a cursory glance. So I think I will leave that for now.
Okay.
But it's a good bit of info to have.
Myth and Pend, we're going to move on to your hypothesis stage. At this point, you need anywhere between at least 3. You can go more than that. The book suggests no more than 5, but if you want to add more to your problem list, go ahead. You can choose from your focuses or focuses you don't even have, and with a little bit of explanation, if the focus seems a bit afield, like if it needs explanation, then feel free to let me know. From the focuses, there is at least one focus I have in mind as the right idea, the right way. There are other focuses that, if it makes enough sense to me, I might consider out of the box, but it's hard to know what that is until it comes up. Once you give me your list, whoever the lead researcher is, that person makes the call, yes, no. Once you send me the focuses that you think apply, I'll either say yes and you go on to the next stage. If I say no, none of those focuses apply and I gain 1 threat.
Yeah, so what's the problem you guys are trying to solve?
We're trying to make these. We're essentially trying to upgrade our Mark II security program into Mark III security program so that it's safer and less likely to make errors or malfunction.
Right, because that's the thing you really don't want to screw up.
Right.
I mean, have you got any focuses that are relevant?
I mean, I have photonics, which I think is fairly relevant. And then I also have potentially xenotechnology.
I think the closest thing I have would be intelligence operative, like for
And then also,
stuff.
we don't have to have the focus, I believe.
Right. And it's entirely possible the right answer or not of the box answer lies outside of your.
Right.
Mhm.
We're just gonna say a good focus would be like AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, artificial intelligence.
Starfleet protocols.
I have the ops book, which has all the additional engineering focuses.
Right.
So if you give me a sec, I can.
I'm gonna talk right to the bathroom while you figure which
Alright.
focuses you want to put on. Once you know what you have, feel in the chat box, and I'll know that's what you're going for sure.
Sounds good. Alright, so right now I think we've got promise in photonics.
There's a focus of advanced holograms is a focus.
Huh. That seems like the spirit of it is the same as photonics,
I
think.
Yeah. I think that's what you really meant when you went with photonics.
Yeah.
So we go with photonics. We can go with what, artificial intelligence, and you said you had another one.
Xenotechnology would be a stretch.
Right.
For ones that I have. I think something like
Troubleshooting,
procedural compliance.
I think troubleshooting would really work here because it's like because specifically it's you're trying to work out the bugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so maybe troubleshooting.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, Valish Anna has it.
Nice.
So you might want to bring her in to assist.
If she's not busy with the doctor.
I don't think she's busy with the doctor right now.
Alright. Alright, so got troubleshooting, photonics, and AI. I think those are our 3 that we want to go with.
I'd leave it up to you because Penn wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah. Yes. Alright. What comes next?
I'll let you know in a moment as we cut over to the doctor, who's having
Who's having a what?
a similar problem, as she has to hypothesize what the solution to her is.
Well, we kind of figured out that it's possible to reverse engineer what Iran did. Right? That's kind of what we talked about last time.
It's possible that's a correct answer. It might not be.
I'm a little unclear about what exactly I'm supposed to do.
You're basically choosing which focuses you think would, at least 3 focuses that you think would apply to solving the problem.
Okay.
Because the third stage is trying to do tests to see if that is the problem, or
Okay.
sorry, if that's the solution.
So I have to test the other two that I think maybe are the answer. Is that?
No. It's you pick 3 focuses that you think might be the solution, pick one, and then see if you're on the right track.
Yeah, right. Well, this stage right now with the 3, you're checking whether or not those are the right answer at all. So that way you don't have to do checks for each individual one and then slowly find out that all of them are wrong.
You cut out like for half of that. I have no idea what you said. Sorry.
So you
There
pick
we go.
you pick 3 focuses, and then
Oops.
you pick 3 foci, and then you do a single check, and if any of them are the right one, then you get to proceed. If not, the GM gets a little threat, and you have to start over from scratch.
So reverse engineering is one.
Mhm.
Is a possible option.
Yep.
How to engineer, guys.
Jury rigging. Jury rigging could work.
Possibly, because we were kind of in the heat of the moment, just praying that it worked.
Maybe field operations, because it needs to be workable in the field.
Yeah.
Medical equipment.
Now that one I could get behind because we were basing it on a piece of medical tech that we were already using.
Because the doctor in the Hadfield game has a medical technology focus.
Okay, so I think reverse engineering, jury rigging, and medical technology are the 3 I want to look at. Yeah.
So the third stage is going to be the actual testing of your hypothesis, actually eliminating or proving which one of these is correct.
Okay.
Now, this is a test where you're trying to create as many successes as possible, and the right answer has somewhere between 1 to 10 successes needed to prove that it's right.
Okay.
So each time I go back and forth between you, it's going to be actually, and the thing is, with this role, with the scientific method, you're gonna have to spend a full week on the testing phase because there's a lot of detailed stuff you're gonna have to do to prove it. So you'll have one shot to, but if you don't get it this time around, don't worry. Just remember, we'll write down what we got and we can follow up later. But yeah, basically if it's the wrong answer and you roll so many successes, and I don't say anything or I say keep going, that means either it's the wrong answer or you just don't have enough successes to know it's the right answer. It is possible now, because I said yes to both of you know at least one of your focuses applies. It is entirely possible that 2 or more of them apply as out of the box. Usually it's only one other. You're usually not that lucky for all 3 to be out of the box. But yes, it is going to be. Now for Efrix, because you brought in a engineering, whatever the difficulty is, like say if it's difficulty 10 or 5, like that's how many successes you need to add up. Because you brought the engineering team advantage, it's down 1 less. Because you have people who are kind of speeding up your progress a bit.
Okay.
So the question is, we'll start with you first, Efrix, and then we'll go over to Team Myth and Pend. Which focus do you want to try to chase down first?
Because I think it's the one that she would feel the most comfortable with, I'm gonna start with medical tech.
Okay.
Because she has the most understanding. Like, if she's gonna understand anything that they're talking about, that's gonna be it.
It's a reason engineering roll. You can spend threat, momentum as normal, or determination as normal. The only problem is that you can't generate momentum this way because you don't. This is one of the rare times where by book you don't know what the difficulty is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You wanna pop your determination?
Yeah, I think I do.
Doctor, not a. I'm a doctor, not an engineer, or are you gonna just spend it for the 2 successes?
Yeah, I think so.
Which one?
I'm saying I'm gonna doctor, not.
Doctor, not the cheat. I'm a
Well,
doctor, not. You have options. Because here's the thing. You have cautious medicine though, right?
Yeah. So if I burn the doctor, then I get.
Yeah, you get to use
Yeah,
medicine.
I can use cautious medicine.
And then you can spend like 3 momentum.
Yeah.
I'll also add if this because of your director talent trait, that'll bring down the difficulty by 1 as well. I have to remind myself that because you're doing research related to Calcat, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. So you're down by 2 if it's the right answer. If not, you're just chasing a tree. That didn't translate well, but
can more than one of your talents apply to at a time?
Theoretically.
I mean, yeah. So in this case, it would be doctor, not an engineer, and then you can use your cautious medicine.
Well, and then the other.
When you attempt a task to coordinate others.
Yeah, but that's command. I'm not being asked to use command.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would have been good on the other one.
But
yeah.
Anyhow.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna use. I'm a doctor, not the chief engineer, so I can use my medicine, and then use some momentum to get a reroll just in case.
You know, Doc, I think next time you get a milestone of some kind, I would move a point from command to engineering. Yeah, we're spending 3.
Am I? Okay, so I can get 4 dice.
Yep.
Focuses.
Well, the focus is which one you're chasing down.
So if you don't have it, you don't have it.
Yeah. All right. Pray for me.
Take me to church.
Hey.
That's 2, 4, 6. Yeah, that's 6.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on medical tech.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going, but keep that in mind. That is either the wrong answer or you just don't have enough yet.
Yeah.
But wasn't
and
it?
You said between 5 and 10.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
Didn't you say we only get 1 shot at this? Though?
Yeah, but she can do next episode, or when you get to the station, when you have another downtime thing, you could set aside another week to go. I'm gonna test more. The testing is just taking a lot of time to do because there's a lot. It's very complicated what she's looking into.
Yes, and I don't have the help of the person that was helping me originally.
I'm gaining 3 threat because of a thing happening.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, fine. Don't use up their freaking momentum.
Oh. I
Yeah,
don't want to use the rest.
because in
Now,
theory you could.
now I'm in. Yeah. Now I'm in trouble though.
Yeah, bigger. And I'll write that down. 6 toward testing.
Because now I'm out of yeah. And I don't want to. I don't want to take all the momentum because they need to do stuff too.
Well, for now, that's all you can do because
Yeah.
it's the scientific method. You can't. It doesn't have the advantage that extended does, where you can spend momentum to get more. It's either you got it or you. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you did. I'm a doctor, not a right. That's why it's medicine.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was wondering why. But there's nothing you can do for now. But either you're closer to the right answer or you just chased the wrong answer.
Okay.
We'll find out next time. Unless your character gets killed by Pend, at which point,
Yeah, I know, right, Myth?
Yeah. You guys, this is the way I roll when I play D&D. This is the problem.
Oh.
Well, you're playing the right game.
Myth and Pend. So you have a similar issue, different focuses, different question, but same rule set.
I mean, at this stage, I don't think Penn would even be able to help.
No, he doesn't have enough. You need at least 2 in the relevant discipline to assist.
Yeah.
Would he be able to get someone else in to help him, considering Penn's not able to?
Yeah. Yeah, you could bring in what's her name? Just had her.
Valashana?
Yeah, Velashana.
Yeah, as long as you have the crew support for it, so which I believe you do.
So let's do that.
So I'll calm her to come down, and I will head off to do something else at a later time.
All right. You're over here.
Yeah, I was just moving out the box.
Oh, no. No, don't do that. There we go.
So that's going to be a reason science roll then?
Yes.
Yeah. And she'll help out with reason science. Does troubleshooting as a focus come in?
Depends which one you're going for.
Which one are we going for?
Good question.
I love how this is turned into the I love how this session is turned into just us doing like random side projects the episode.
I love it. I think we start from the troubleshooting angle,
Okay.
honestly.
Then
Yeah.
yeah, that works.
Start with troubleshooting because it's like we want to see where we're at first.
Yep.
All right, so that would mean that Volish has a focus, Myth does not. Should I buy a troubleshooting focus? Because that's the thing I can do.
Oh. What do you mean you can buy a troubleshooting focus?
So I have the walking encyclopedia trait, which means once per session when I attempt a task, I can spend 2 momentum to gain an additional focus for the remainder of the session.
I like that. Yeah, I'd go for that.
It increases complication range by 1, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want the one
Increase
for an
by
extra...
another complication.
An additional complication?
Yep.
Yep.
Do you want the
All right,
one for
complication
additional
3.
dice?
So you can get a reroll.
Yes. I'll take the last one for a 3rd die. And let's see.
And the ship? What does the ship roll with?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, because we're just
Oh, 'cause-
theorizing right now.
Okay.
Bait is. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my determination here for some successes.
Then you can't. Then you'll have to give him another threat in order to use that momentum.
Yeah, and I'll do that.
The complication goes up another one.
Oh
Oh,
God.
fun.
Okay.
All right, and I'm using the value. Relentless progress means relentless improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
I buy
That's-
that.
Yeah. That works.
Here we go. Oh, fun. All right, so that's 6 successes and 2 complications. I will note those were both natural 20s. I do get to re-roll 1 though.
Yeah, that's 2
Yeah.
natural 1s and 2 natural 20s.
Yep,
Oh my God.
I
Really?
had nothing.
it is.
I should have saved my threat.
Whoa, I
Oh.
accidentally rolled 4 again, but just count the first one.
Yep. So there's 1,
That's-
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 successes
Yeah.
because I spent
No,
determinations.
oh, and your reason. Don't forget.
Oh right, so 8 successes.
You have the correct answer. Through troubleshooting, you can put the holograms through certain trials until eventually you work out the bugs. And then once they've finished you kind of put them through a very rapid training program, if you will, at
Yeah.
which point they Matrix style learn how to be better security officers.
Fun.
Don't worry,
Oh.
I didn't get any threat for that because a complication occurred during all that. Because,
Oh.
well, there's an entire possibility that in this process, one of two things can happen. One, they
Yeah.
gain sentience, which that's a legal quandary and an ethical quandary you have to worry about. And two, even if they don't, some of the programs might have a weird hitch about them. Not all of them, that's what you're ironing out, but once in a while, someone's going to slip through the cracks until the experimental tag is taken off of this technology.
I love it.
Perfect.
All right.
Penn gets to yell at another crewmate.
Yes. Right. That.
2 natural 1s, 2 natural 20s.
Ugh.
And thankfully, you don't lose any momentum because we're changing scenes.
Nice.
As somebody is in a lot of trouble right now. And,
Oh no.
they'll
Just
be
kill them.
fine. I mean, I'm sure they won't get shot up. And it's
Aw,
not like someone might have done
jeez,
something.
man.
Oh shucks.
Game over, man. Game over.
No, not game over. No.
I'm just gonna check something real quick. One moment. Sorry, some shady stuff's happening. I'm resolving it.
Ah.
Don't worry, it's probably helping you.
All right. So I have Klingons in the back, Klingons to the side, and Klingons in front of me.
Into the Valley of Death.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Stun is not necessarily very good against Klingons, I've heard.
They have been known to shrug off stun blasts on low settings, at least.
Yeah. Uh, well, I don't have hand phasers as a thing, but I'll just set it to wide beam and stun, like I should have done earlier.
In all fairness, you should probably just put your hands up and take one for the team.
Here now? No. They'll kill me because I'm an intruder.
On a military installation
Yes.
with a suspicious package.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh.
they are not going to be happy about his presence.
Against the 5 heavily armed Klingons.
Oh.
Oh no,
This isn't.
7 heavily armed
this-
Klingons.
Oh, this isn't
Oh,
sus. This isn't sus at all.
There are 6 heavily armed Klingons. You're
Oh yeah,
you're
sorry,
reading
6,
the planet as yeah.
Well, it's right next
the
to each
systems.
other.
So at the moment, they're what they did on their side was they are rushing to these locations. You can hear it's obvious you can hear a Klingon that way. You hear those 2 rushing in there and 2 more that way. Right now, you have at least 1 round to yourself to kind of ready yourself and do actions.
Okay. Let's see here. With the fucking heartbeat as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
And just as you're getting ready to prepare for yourself,
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Fuck yes.
Wait, what?
3 Starfleet personnel beam into the hallways around you.
Oh, what?
I fucking love this. I hate them, but I love this.
And you hear them say they're not even looking at you, they're just pointing in the direction of the incoming Klingons who haven't seen them come in yet. And you hear them say, orders. We're surrounded
Shoot
in a
this-
tunnel somewhere, and we found the target with the package.
Shoot to stun.
Not you. You just stay there for a second.
Shut up.
Lieutenant Aran, what exactly are you doing here at this location?
I'm delivering a package as requested by a ambassador. And apparently committing high treason as well.
Lieutenant, do you even know the nature of this package?
Carcass crystals. Yes.
So you're delivering a bomb?
A reactor of sort.
Wait, is this Vex on the other end?
Yeah.
Lieutenant, you need to stand down. These men will get you out of there.
Yes, sir.
You hear static starting to come across the subspace transmission. From your office, you can see that it looks like the team is in the midst of a transporter interference field, and it's coming across in the subspace transmission.
Alpha Leader, you have your orders. Evac now.
Evac now.
Now, the question is, Aran, do you let them group up with you and let yourself be transported, or do you try to get away from them?
I'll allow it.
What do you want us to do with the package?
Uh, I can take it with me to back to the Byron. I'll rendezvous with you.
Retrieve the
right.
package. If it can.
It shouldn't stay here, at least.
Great, we're just bringing up a reactor. It's could blow us all up. Or we
Well-
could be shot by Klingons, Lieutenant. If you prefer that, that sounds like a great plan. Sorry, sir. Oh boy, them beaming you up is going to be an issue.
Well, the Byron is still in orbit, and I know how to get there.
Um,
Or it should be in orbit still.
say
Nothing's
this
happened.
or this. I'm figuring out which roles are available to you. I know what the difficulty is. It's this because you're not on a pad. You are going to a pad, so it's not that much hard. But they are interfering with you. Okay, so
Oh, jeez.
the diff goes down by 1 if you leave the team behind or the device.
Aran, I'd give GM some threat.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, I'm giving you threat.
Give him like 3 threat.
Yes. I'd like to roll 4 dice.
And
Stand by.
and I was gonna say, do you have a focus?
Transporters, replicators, small crafts, infiltration, you name it.
Technically,
tra-
this focus would be running with his tail between legs.
Oh,
It'd be transporters would apply here for sure. Complications been up to 3.
All right. Bold engineering there.
hit it.
And
It's gonna be crowded, but yeah.
And Vex, you can assist as if this was a direct. So it'd be presence command or presence engineering.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing daring engineering. And I'm rolling 4 die. Comp range 3. Focus used. Anything else? Nice.
Team dynamics for a focus.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah. That's what I'm good at. That's some O'Brien level shit right there.
That's 3 momentum.
And the shuffle.
Yeah, right. The shuttle.
Plus the shuttle.
That's engineering. Someone's.
I'll get it.
Okay, cool.
Complication range 3, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Guess we're spending 2 of that momentum to cancel that out.
Oh, good times, good times. I love it.
So the lot of you have beamed onto Shuttle Byron.
It's crowded. It's oh so crowded.
We're on the shuttle.
Yeah. I'll get us out of here. I'm gonna take the.
Oh no.
Oh,
Contact. Klingon craft decloaking. It's approaching.
GTFO.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. gonna roll for daring con, I think.
Yeah. And how much
Small
power are you
craft.
putting into this warp away to try to escape the Klingon vessel?
I'd say put in 3.
Enough. Enough power. I'd like to get to like, if I can get to 9, I'd approve. 8 is fine. Maximum warp. Insight con.
This is reactive. I'm giving you a chance to get some knowledge.
Okay. Oof.
Yet.
So yeah, how much power is the Byron using? It's using as much as it can.
See here, how much power does it have? It has
4. You probably don't
4.
want to go down to 0, 'cause then
No.
you don't have any power for anything.
Let's go for 3.
Okay, give me daring con, difficulty of 1.
Okay. Spend that momentum.
I'm going up to 3 dice.
And the shuttle will roll engines con.
I have small craft. And I'm rolling.
Ooh, that was close.
Uh,
Roll for the shuttle. Engines con.
And we get that momentum back.
Yay. It's my worst roll for a while.
Where the fudge is my thing? Don't take that out of context.
Pew.
I mean, if you like to put your thing in fudge, that's entirely up to you there.
Put that thing into war.
So what value are you activating?
Me?
Vex.
Vex.
Vex is doing
Answers are worth
something.
any price.
Say again, sorry?
Answers are worth any price.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or by reason or by force.
By reason or by force would apply too.
I think answers.
I feel like that's cool because it's a value you haven't used yet.
Yeah.
And as the Klingon vessel gets ready to warp after the shuttlecraft Byron, it's far more powerful warp engines. Something happens.
Does it go boom?
A Defiant
Oh.
class ship decloaks and opens fire on the Klingon ship,
Oh.
striking it in its nacelles with alarming force, and the thing just kind of drifts for a second as the Defiant class ship cloaks again and runs like hell.
Victoria A.
Fuck. Oh, I had a feeling.
It's so illegal.
So illegal. Everything in the Klingon space right now is so illegal.
Yeah.
Commander, this is Info 1. We've disabled the ship. Should we finish it off or just leave it?
Just leave it.
All right. We've basically alerted everybody in the area right now. We're trying to jam them, but they're going to know the Byron's out here. We're going to need some help. Unless you want us to be escorting this thing the whole way back to Deep Space K7.
Negative. Pick up the team and scuttle the shuttle.
Aw.
Lived a good life.
As the Byron continues to run away, you're running, and it kind of occurs to you as you're at warp, now that you have a chance not that you're not being shot at. Now it occurred what that insight roll was about was, there's no way a shuttle can outrun a ship that big. You don't have enough power. And you have this moment of, okay, you're getting ready to drop out of warp, get ready to do some evasive maneuvers or something, and maybe get ready to shoot. And you see the other guys in the ship taking seats. Some people are bracing themselves because they're expecting the shuttle to be rocked all over the place.
Yeah, the con officer brain is like racking. Ooh.
And then you see a Defiant class ship kind of just warp straight ahead of you, and it kind of stays station keeping over you. You are being hailed.
Actually, is there enough room in a Defiant class shuttle bay for this shuttle?
No.
They would.
Nope.
be
They have
on
custom
board.
shuttles.
Yeah.
That are small.
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 Hailing frequencies open. Or answering.
Shadowcat Byron, this is Intel 1. Drop your shields. We're beaming you off. We're taking you home.
Yes, sir. Dropping shields.
And you see the other security intelligence guys with you. Like they didn't think it was going to show up, but they're glad it is here.
Hi, kitty. Now the question is, did they get the reactor? Or are we blowing the ship up?
Captain Vex, we can take the reactor with us as well. Or we can just leave. We could leave it. One of our science officers suggests we might want to just leave it there and blow it away, eliminate the evidence.
You know, cocky crystals are alive, right?
They said what they said.
Oh. Wow.
Unfortunately, he's right. You take the reactor with you.
Yeah.
And the
I
captain
was
kind of
reading
gives a look at you, Aran, and beam it out of there.
Thank you. I mean, I helped develop the technology to keep them, so...
And then they unload torpedoes into the Byron. It explodes.
Rip Byron.
Yeah. Sorry.
He's being contained. He's not
Yeah, that's-
in the brig. He's just in a room where there's guards constantly watching
And
That's fine.
the door doesn't open very easily.
him.
Do you have some nice manuals I could read or something?
Yes, actually. I hand you a
Nice.
few manuals that, for some reason, is well within the things you were interested in. It's like they
Yay!
have a file in you or something.
Like shuttles and warp reactors and...
Oddly, they don't detail the Defiant class. Huh.
Hmm.
I wonder
Well,
why that is.
I've been on a Defiant class before. It's fine.
No. And
But-
Vex, you, as you're in your office on board the Kismet, as it's approaching Starbase 27, you're informed that Intel 1 is on its way out of Klingon space.
Very good. And then close channel, close secure channel.
And the computer beeps and closes.
I'm
And
not
one.
going to inform them until they're out of Klingon space. So
Say again, sorry?
I'm not informing them until they're out of Klingon space. Brennan and Penn. So
Penned. Before you arrive at Starbase 27,
Starbase.
Starbase. You have a role you wanted to do, right?
I do. I would like to theoretically get some information on an ambassador.
And you're giving me 6 threat, was it?
Yeah, so I was looking to do a command roll, so I can use bold, but yes, I was giving you a full complement of threat.
Wow.
Your complication range goes up to 4.
That's fine. That means nothing.
And it's an opposed roll. It's like someone doesn't want you to learn what you're trying to find out.
I'm assuming intelligence operative works for a focus.
Yeah, I would say so. I'll spend that 1. Why not?
I'll re-roll that complication. I mean, if it
You
helps,
look-
I could spend determination.
To reroll one of those zeros, because right now you tied.
Yeah, so like I said, I'll spend a value to reroll that 0.
Which value?
Maybe always as a backup plan.
Yeah, that works.
Oh shit, I've been rolling it without the focus on. So that 1 on the end of the first roll is technically a 2.
Ah.
Yeah, so all of those rolls technically didn't have the focus on. Because that first roll as well would have been a 2. The
Oh yeah, yep. You would have beaten him before anyway.
yeah.
But what you discover is that it would seem that the Klingon ambassador, and the Telpak House are ancient rivals. They've been rivals since the days of Kalis. They've kind of quieted down. They haven't really fought in open combat since the Civil War.
Oh no, I wasn't talking
some
about the
time ago.
Klingon one.
Oh, that one. Oh,
Yeah, I'm
that's a
talking
different
about
same role for me.
the Iran one.
Oh, oh, well, heck, I know what to tell you. I'm gonna message you.
Yeah, I was basically looking for some information to quote unquote hit him with a bat to make him go away.
Okay, I'm back.
Cool.
He looks like he's yawning. I think it's I think it's the right eye.
Yeah.
I think it's the right eye that makes him look like he's yawning.
He's either yelling or he's like, God, this crew makes me tired.
Or both. He's yelling, "This crew makes me tired."
What did I miss?
Just some rolls.
Yeah, just ignore those complications. It didn't happen.
They didn't actually happen.
It helps when you actually select focus used.
Instead of just clicking like almost, which I think I did twice. Session with adjusting the dice number. It's like I clicked. No, it didn't. Secretive information time.
Secret. Oh no, who rolled two? Pend, how did you roll 2 complications?
He didn't.
Oh.
This
He
is
ended
the
up not
information he
because
gathered.
those. Yeah, he had a 4 complication range and 8 rerolls, but then focus wasn't used, so those rerolls actually didn't happen.
Captain,
Me?
we're approaching Starbase 27.
Very good.
They're allowing clearance for us to dock.
All right, bring us in. Standard docking procedure.
As the Kismet starts moving in to dock with the Starbase, Captain Vex, by that time is when you're alerted that Intel 1 has cleared Klingon space.
Acknowledged.
Oh, god damn it. Son of a bitch.
What?
The messages I'm sending him, he's not happy with the answers I'm giving him. And Captain Gredden, as the Kismet finally comes into the safe embrace of the space, you get this bad feeling in the back of your mind that something very, very wrong is going on. Because nothing's gone wrong for a few days. It's not normal for the Kismet. There's always something going on.
Oh no. Wait a minute. I was going to say, the ominous music doesn't help either.
And you notice that, no one's here. Like none of your senior staff are present. It's just you and the beta shift.
On the bridge?
Yeah.
The captain is going to get up And he's gonna go to his ready room. Gonna sit down at his desk. All right, what do you want?
And that is the end of the episode.